Hey everyone, a really warm welcome back. Well, we are lucky enough on this caravan to have a double awning rail. Let's give you a closer look at that. Which, as you can see, has an outer and an inner rail, and that goes all the way around. And we've got it on both sides as well, actually. So I've got the drip strip on the inner one. And in today's video, what I want to do is make some hanging hooks. So some eyelets that slip into here, go across the top rail, and then we can hang them at any point on the rail we want, if we've got the awning up, for example. And then specifically over here, I'm thinking of, we could put up a sort of towel, not a towel, more of a coats hanging rack that I've got, and I'll show you in a minute when we go inside. So we can hang that up from the awning rail just up there, and that'll be at the perfect height to get all the coats on. Anyway, that is the plan for today's video. So as always, let's get into the kitchen and get the sewing machine out and see what we can do. Everybody ready? Good. Then let's get going. Nearly forgot you guys. So as I said, the idea here is to be able to hang this rod up from the awning channel, and to do that I'm just going to stitch a loop of this polypropylene webbing onto a little bit of this white kedar beading, and then that will just slip into the awning rail and we can move it about freely until we've got it exactly where we want it. Now in theory these loops could be twisted by 90 degrees and then the hanging hooks put through the loop that's made there. But actually I think it'll be a little bit more child-proof if I use these eyelets to make specific holes, and then the hooks clip in through those and hang down the other side, which should help them not to slip at all. And I can always put a bit of padding on the far side if we need it. Anyway, installing these things needs a little bit of brute force, so let's go outside because I need to get the big hammer out. If you haven't used these eyelets before, then the fitting tool that comes in the kit, but not the refill pack, so do make sure that you buy the correct thing if you're buying this for the first time. Anyway, you get these two parts as tools. So there's this sort of base disc, quite chunky heavyweight disc that goes at the bottom, and then this top part, what would you call that, a punch? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, you punch one way up to cut the hole, and it doesn't always cut cleanly. Maybe my kit's getting a little bit old now, so I always have a stitch ripper or a little pair of tiny nail scissor type things on hand to neaten up the hole. And then you have two pieces of the eyelet, so one that's a little bit like an open top hat, so you put that through and that sticks up proud, and then you put a plain disc over the top, and then you use the punch to push down the, I guess, the walls or the legs or whatever it is, the bit that sticks up from the open top hat side, and that splays out over the top of the plain disc itself, and that holds that ring into place and holds it all together. Now, I don't always get a perfect finish with these things. I'm sure I used to, so maybe the punch is getting a little bit old, or maybe I'm getting old and I'm just not hitting it hard enough. But recently these things haven't been coming together quite as neatly as I'd like, so a little bit of direct bashing with a big old hammer should sort that out. Good, that's okay. And now the next one. So just check to make sure it's level, because obviously I need exactly the same distance between the beading that goes into the awning rail and the eyelet itself. It doesn't matter if the overall hook is slightly longer or shorter, but this eyelet needs to be in exactly the correct place, because I do not want a wonky coach rail after all. That's better. Oh, I know what's happening, why these things aren't coming through properly either. I've been using the disc upside down all the time, haven't I? So this base piece should be flat side up to cut the hole, and then rotated over with the sort of channel dish thing to hold the piece of the brass eyelet itself when you try and install the eyelet. So I've got that wrong, so don't do what I did. Make sure you read the instructions and get the correct bits the correct way up. Right, let's see if this works any better. Blunt end first. No, not really. Okay, shaped end again. Still a bit wonky. Right, let's even this out. Much better, thanks to the judicious application of a 1 kilo lump hammer. Good, so this is what the finished product looks like, nice and simple. Let's go and try it on the caravan. Okay, well there we go, one set of coat hooks which will, fingers crossed, keep the awning a little bit tidier. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you found that little hack helpful and useful and informative, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. So bye for now, see ya.